Chad, as we all know, the internet has changed pretty much the way we do just about everything.
Right. Well, the next big thing could now be on the horizon, and there's a company in Columbia, Missouri that's bringing it directly to you. So I wanted to show you first what it is, secondly what it does, and thirdly how you can get your hands on it. It can take you anywhere in the world at any time, as long as you have an internet connection.
The internet is no longer flat. It's becoming a place that you step into.
Sarah Hill is the chief storyteller at StoryUp VR in Columbia, Missouri. It's a relatively new company that uses 360-degree journalism to immerse you into a story. StoryUp has a big emphasis on positive, inspirational, and motivational content.
It's got 3 wheels on it.
Once they put it on and once they experience it, because you can't really tell them about it. You can't really put it on a web page or put it on a 2D video and say, this is really cool technology, you go get it.
But let me give it a try. So I'm doing a little computer painting here, but I'm not using a mouse. I'm actually in a virtual reality headset. And what I see here in these goggles is what you see on the computer screen. And it does seem like fun and games, but folks here at StoryUp are taking virtual reality to make your reality a little better. StoryUp has used a psychologist and EEG machines to measure people's responses to their VR content. They have discovered that immersive meditation-type video can help quiet fast areas of the brain.
And so that's valuable to people, not only who are going through a stressful situation, but perhaps they're looking for an alternative to a depression or an anxiety drug.
Or imagine a cancer or dialysis patient who has to endure a multi-hour process of IV drugs. They could escape to a virtual world during their treatments, or even take a vacation. And that's not all.
And virtual reality has the potential to disrupt nearly every single industry that's out there.
You're dancing on my couch.
Take a look at this, a set of holograms you can play with, but imagine taking an exercise class with a virtual instructor.
Select.
Learning some new dance moves or experiencing current events in a whole new way.
It essentially blows away the TV glass. As storytellers, we use words and pictures for decades to try to place people inside a story, flat words and pictures. And now we have the technology to actually place people in someone else's shoes.
Hill adds her hope is by putting you in those virtual shoes, it will stir a unique sense of empathy, and you can help contribute to a solution. In Columbia, Missouri, Chad Douglas, KHQA News. That sense of empathy also hit home for Sarah Hill and some of her colleagues when they found out that some veterans weren't able to go on the honor flight to see the war memorials in Washington, D.C. They took some of their 360-degree cameras with them.
Yep, now they have Honor Everywhere, a virtual reality app that veterans can watch with a smartphone. And that's we're going to tell them about that. I think that's a really cool thing that they're doing that for the veterans, because I think that could be a really healing thing. Yeah, so it's the Honor Flight out of Central Missouri is what did this, and so Honor Everywhere. And what they did, they offered to come to the Illinois Veterans Home for us, and so we lined up about 10 veterans, took this VR technology right to them, and here's our experience.
It's an honor for us to be here with you guys today and to be able to take you on this experience.
We bring the virtual reality gear. Periscope goggles.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Turned up.
Okay. This is an option when going on the real honor flight isn't an option.
You are inside an actual honor flight.
So it's going to be really cool because you're going to feel like you're not here, you're in the video. You literally can look up, you can look down, you can look left, right, completely behind you, and you're going to see something in this whole panoramic view.
And they get to experience their memorials.
He's going to take you to the World War II Memorial. He's going to take you to the Korea Memorial, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
I lost a lot of friends over there.
You're going to see some of the changing of the guard.
Seeing the change of the guard, it's something you never forget.
There's nothing that gives you the feeling of going on an honor flight and really seeing these guys be honored and respected the way that they're respected.
Bringing back a lot of old memories. We've seen the soldiers at the cemetery and the honor guard change.
I thought that was very impressive.
Oh, that's terrific. Simply beautiful.
It's almost real. It's like being there.
It was just like being over there again. Look at that. Oh yeah, it was good.
That makes me kind of emotional, like seeing, well, because some of them, they don't get to go, you know, or if they, you know, like you went over, that was in Northeast Missouri.
Yeah, out of Columbia.
Central Missouri, but they don't have, a lot of them don't have a chance to go on the honor flight, so you gave them the chance to go. And volunteers, obviously, at Honor Everywhere and Story Up travel around, obviously, to bring these 360-degree video to veterans wherever they can, but resources, they're pretty limited from what they told you.
And this is what's cool about this technology. Honor Everywhere has a free app. You can download it, and if you have a set of virtual reality goggles, you can share that experience with a veteran in your life. For more information on Honor Everywhere and Story Up, you can visit khqa.com. Fascinating stuff, and I do say that the story like this doesn't do this justice.
You have to see it, and I've put that on before and seen it. It doesn't, you know, watching it on the TV screen doesn't. It doesn't.
You have to do it yourself.
You have to put it on. Okay, so how much are these?
I'm kind of techie, and I'm kind of an impulse buyer. So after doing this interview with Sarah Hill and Joe Chi down in Columbia, I was at Walmart that day doing some shopping. I'm like, I'm just going to go see if they have them. So I bought a pair.
So those are the goggles.
$15.
$15.
And this is how this works. So it pulls out. You slide your cell phone in.
So your cell phone. Do you have to take your phone cover off, or you can leave it on?
Depends on your cover. If you have an OtterBox, it's not going to fit. Slide it in. Well, first you have to dial up what you want to look at. Slide it in, put it on, and you go.
And that's it.
And that's it. So what I have done is on YouTube, search 360 videos.
And that's what I was going to ask. Is there like an app? I mean, I would think, is there like a
there's tons of
virtual
apps.
reality app?
There's free apps. There's more expensive apps. There's also more expensive goggles. And I kind of live and you get what you pay for. And I thought if it's $15 and it doesn't work, I'm out $15. But I've enjoyed it. My 6-year-old has enjoyed it, of doing different stuff. Roller coasters. We went down under the water and watched sharks swim around us. And when you put it on, the 360, the technology,
thing.
You look anywhere. Look up, there's sharks swimming around. You look behind you, you can see. I mean, it's
similar to what kind of like, if they aren't familiar with that, on Facebook, how you can add those 360 pictures. That's almost exactly how that works. You can look up, you can look down.
And the stuff they're working on Story Up about treating anxiety and depression without medicine with this stuff.
I sincerely believe that could work. I think that's a good thing.
It's like a meditation thing.